Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everyone's Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S. this month. I hope it was great. Hopefully, you didn't overdose on turkey and the family got along well and nobody spoke politics over dinner and everybody went home with a bag of leftovers and very happy. Yeah, a lot of things happened over the past 3 days in my life that I'm not really privileged enough to talk about openly, but there have been some things that I have been working on manifesting, and some of those things have produced out of the blue. But they're things that I have been striving to do little by little. And that's why in this special reading that we're doing around manifesting love, we're calling this one Baby Steps. This is how we manifest the love that we want, step by step, little by little. If you're watching me right now, you're thinking that there has to be something more than just jumping into a cold bed, getting out whatever issues it is that you're dealing with, and then walking away just as cold as you did before you got into the bed. So, this is about manifesting what we want little by little, step by step, one thing at a time. This is our reading for Manifesting Love Part 4, Baby Steps. Now, I've got three types of cards laid out here. We've got the John Holland Tarot. This right here is an accent to go with what we've got spread out in the middle in the shape of a pyramid. This is with the ancient Italian tarot. And you know these over here, guys. These are the psychic tarot. And on the other side, flanking the pyramid, we also have the Gilded Reverie. Ciro Marchetti. Oh, goodness. I love his artwork. But let's get into what we're manifesting. Part 4, in love. Baby steps. So, here, our first card. In this first baby step here that we're taking, it looks like a lot, but honestly, it kind of boils down very simply. The Death card, the Ace of Pentacles, the Fante di Bastoni, which is the Page of Wands, the King of Spades, and the Eight of Cups. So what we've got here in this part of the reading is that I almost feel for both people in this. I think we've all gone through things. But these two people have a lot more in common, spiritually, emotionally, historically. They knew one another in the past, possibly. But historically, and through past lives, karmically, they've both had horrible hardships placed upon their lives. We know this by the past 3 readings. So, we're looking at a need for complete manifestation here, where this is a situation for someone, and for many of you, that's gone on for an incredibly long time, that you are dealing now with the process of remolding your life, reshaping your life, bringing on a new life that has potentially destroyed just about everything that you knew from the past. I think some of you are doing this because it's connected to this over here. The heartache and loss, the conflict and defeat, and the Devil card or the temptation. So some of you may have been dealing with an energy here of the devil. Someone who behaves in negative ways and has negative behavior, and maybe you were addicted to this relationship or chained to this relationship through the bonds of marriage, and it brought about conflict, defeat, heartache, loss, and we're coming out of this transition here with the Death card so much better off. We were ending the things that created the heartache and loss, but we're shedding our skin and coming out brand new. And I'm going to jump ahead. We're shedding our skin because we have the snake card here too. So we're really completely stripping ourselves of the old things that weren't working for us anymore. And the death card says, bring it on. The old is out the door, only new coming in. You know, when one door closes, a window opens. So we've got this brand new beginning at your very foundation, coming on through that open window now, right there. This is that new start. It brings about a stronger foundation, more money, more abundance, more affluence even. This is bringing a better life into possibility for yourself. This Page of Wands, he brings forth the energy that, yes, you can see your desires in front of you now. It looks like the potential to achieve what it is that you want, these new beginnings, this newly manifested life, after this heartache and loss has been experienced, after the feeling of defeat has transpired, and after this death card, this ending with not the death, but the devil, the temptation here. Okay, he talks about anything that you're chained to, obsessed with, negative behaviors, even sexual obsessions and things like that that may have interfered with past relationships, the pornography, the prostitutes, whatever it was, that those things, those negative issues are being left behind. This guy in the middle, he runs towards the light. He leaves the conflict behind him. And we've experienced issues in past relationships with disappointment, with broken heart. But we're moving out of that because now we see that our life is transforming. And now maybe we can move forward a little bit more secure in what it is that we're bringing forward for ourselves. The Page of Wands talks about a message that what we're desiring is coming. It's in front of us. Now, we have this position, this person of authority here with the King of Spades. And he really, and it's nighttime here, so there's lights being cast on the wall. It's okay. Forgive me for this, but it's going to have to stay this way. My lighting is very bad in here at night. But this king here, he really is about the law, the justice behind something. He stands for something. He says what he means, and what he means, he says, he does. You know, he's the complete kind of spectrum. But he really talks about justice and removing these things that are no longer desirable in our lives. And there is a need to maybe walk away from something that has caused hurt, caused pain, disappointment, heartache. Because the Eight of Cups talks about departing a situation that is no longer abundant in our lives. We're looking for something new, something more fulfilling coming up. This is our first baby step. Looks like we're transforming ourselves. This is our work on ourselves. So I'm really being led to say that step one is really work on yourself. Work on your transformation. Work on making yourself a secure place to be. It's the direction that some of you really want to move in, but maybe you have fear moving into that place in the future because it's new and it might be scary. And the decision may certainly come with its difficulties. But moving away is absolutely the right move to do in this relationship. Now we have the storks, the new beginnings. This is the delivery of something brand new coming into your life. Next to it, the ring, the promise. Can be an engagement, but it does talk about a deeper connection in love. And the 35 card is the anchor. It talks about the security that comes with the promises made with this new beginning. So our first baby step, we may be coming to agreements, making promises that we are going to fulfill because we do have the beginning of something new. We do have promises made, and we do have a security knowing that these things can come to pass for us. Now we move on to baby step number 2. And where I want to start with baby step number 2, let me take a quick look here. I really want to start baby step number 2 with the Lenormand this time. Because what we have here is a situation for someone in this relationship where they were working on a relationship, and one of the two parties in this relationship. Now, it's either we're represented again by the Empress and the Emperor again. I think that now these two people are contemplating the possibility of becoming a couple. That these two people need to be together right now. They need one another, at least in spirit, to be there for one another so we can find the true intentions on each person. But what we find here, and I feel that, this is really directly connected to the Emperor. And I think the Emperor has really been through a lot of pain. The Empress has too, but I think she's moving on. Her energy has found the strength, has found the wisdom to really kind of move on, because her energy is in transformation. This Emperor is a little bit in a quandary about which direction he should walk in right now, and the things that maybe he needs to release in his life. He's the authority in his life. He needs to cut out what no longer is of a desire to have in his life. So he needs to cut things out. Mostly with baby step number 2. He's been bitten by love. We have the snake bite. It can be poisonous. Sometimes that first snake bite is delicious until it kills us. That first bite out of the apple in the garden of Adam and Eve. There was the snake. I don't know, did he bite anybody? He may as well have if he didn't. Because that snake bite can be destructive. So someone in the past, in this relationship, has been bitten and bitten hard. Actually, I think very much for someone, they were taken to the cleaners, frankly. Somebody cleaned out their house, cleaned out their bank account, and now this person is wondering, how do I move on? Because I have this cross at my back. I have this heavy weight on my shoulder that I need to get rid of because someone bit me in love. And now I am faced with a bad taste in my mouth where love is concerned. Now, we're going to say that here on this side of this, flanking the other side, we have John Holland's universe, the authority figure. He is the emperor. That's him again. But he's crossed over and he's gone to the queen or to the empress's side of the reading here. So he is really stepping in now to take charge of his life, to be his own best authority. And even though he may have been hung up with this patience card, which is the hangman in the traditional tarot, he is kind of in this, he's been in maybe a perpetual hanging in limbo state. But now, and that's because of the way he's been hurt in the past. But he's coming out of that because he's taking charge of his life. And because there's a karmic cycle that is desperate to be completed here for these two people. So he almost feels as though he's been forced, because this guy here, this Knight of Swords, he can very much make you feel like you are being forced into a position. But he forces this emperor into a position where he has to take a hold of his own destiny. And he has to be his own best authority, make his own decisions with patience, with love, with understanding, with spiritual clarity, knowing that he is making the right choice where love is concerned. And I say that because we have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Cups, again, this guy who can put you in a position of making a choice. He's making you face the honest truth about your feelings with the Page of Cups, the Fante di Coppe. He is all about the news, the word, that assuredness that the choices you make here will lead to stability in all the aspects of your life. You're looking at completing all of the aspects of your life here with baby step 2. But there are choices to be made here. And that's where we are with baby step 2. This is talking about making the correct choices, because maybe some of your choices and maybe some of the decisions that you made around those choices weren't exactly the best choices to make. But you're looking, because now you know that you are in command of this situation and you can make it any way you want. And this is for the emperor. Okay, this emperor can choose his own direction. He can change the direction of his life by putting aside the things that hurt him and embracing the things with this choice that will cut out what no longer works and embrace the new possibilities at love. Now, baby step number 3, we have the King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. We also have, I'm going to give you this all at once. We also have the Child, the birds, and the sickle. On the other side, flanking this, we have the High Priestess, or the Intuition card, the Prosperity Begins card, and Firm Foundation here. So, what you've got here, I feel more very much Emperor energy, because this is a king, and he's very much like an emperor. He can talk about the earth signs. So this emperor for you may be an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Now, he is very much in control, and that's why he's got this tower here. And next to the Ten of Wands, this is that heavy burden that needs to be let go. Now let me tell you what I see here, connected to this Emperor, that so many of you are going to be concerned with, because the Emperor is the one that some of you are trying to manifest into your life. No matter what his sign at this point, it doesn't really matter. This is the one that you are trying to manifest into your world right now. Okay? So, he may be an earth sign, but what he really represents here is someone strong and very grounded in his beliefs. But he's built up these walls around him because of the things that he has suffered in his life. For this person, he's had an incredibly bad, hard, trying life. And for him, it's really about changing his life and changing the life for those around him in order for everyone to have a better future. Now, we've got this very powerful man, but with the walls that he's built around him, and as his Empress, this is a message to the women in this reading, or the men that are sitting on the side of this reading as the Empress. If you're the nurturing partner in a same-sex union, this is you. Because your Emperor, this person you're trying to manifest into the world, is got a wall of protection around themselves. And in this situation for you, you're going to need to tear down those walls. It's going to be up to you to break through the wall that they've built up around themselves. Because frankly, it's going to weigh not only a burden on them, but it will become a burden to you too. Because as someone that they will grow to love in the most intimate ways, it will be your job to remove this weight from that partner. Because frankly, they don't know how to knock that wall down anymore. We have here the High Priestess. Prosperity begins on a firm foundation. This tells me that through inner wisdom, through that wisdom of the High Priestess, through that higher authority, that inner knowing, that wisdom, that I want to call it a logic, because it's an inner wisdom that comes with common sense to break down the wall, to create a firmer foundation for you and this person in the relationship by the new beginning in the Ace of Pentacles. It's the same new beginning at the foundation that we have here with the Ace of Pentacles and the foundation that it secures here. So now we've got security coming up here in baby step number 3, where we're breaking down the walls that someone has built around themselves, the walls that someone is using to protect themselves emotionally because they have been hurt. Now, the child, the birds, and the sickle simply says that if you pay attention to inner wisdom, again, with this, pay attention to your dreams, messages coming to you in unusual ways, will tell you that starting over fresh, a brand new beginning, a brand new outlook, a brand new beginning, a brand new outlook around your home, around your security, bringing new people into the home, may not only make you feel new and young and innocent again, but with the sickle, it cuts away what is wasted in your life. It rids your harvest of the bad so that only good is left there to grow. So now we've got the third baby step down. Now, the fourth baby step, we have another 10. The 10 of Swords, which is rock bottom, end of the line, finished with heartache. And we have this Page of Pentacles. Again, I think it's very much connected to the need to nurture this Emperor energy. He is a very, very much guarded. He is very much protecting himself from the hurt, from the pain. He may even be just someone who stays at home because he feels secure there. He feels like the outer world maybe won't hurt him. This is an emperor who has seen terrible, terrible battles in his life. And now he's ending it. That rock bottom type feeling is coming to the end because we're starting new. Maybe with someone new in our home, in our foundation. And it makes that foundation feel very secure, hopeful, and grounded in nature, in spirituality. Now, flanking this end of the road for someone in the situation, and maybe for both of you. Maybe you both have gone through trials and tribulations. But the second to the last baby step is really about finally putting what has been damaging out of your life, shedding it once and for all completely, because you're setting yourself up for a much better life. Now here, with the Lenormand, pardon me, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Yeah, you guys see. I'm going to take a sip of my tea if you don't mind. And whoever it is that says that I sound like I'm drunk, I'm from Chicago. We all sound like we're drunk. Okay, now, moving on. We have the flowers, the presentation of this lovely gift, the rider. That is movement forward, positive things happening around a woman who very much looks very longingly at this rider who brings goodness, brings messages, and she brings this delivery of a promise that comes on the flowers, on the presentation of this gift. Now, on the other side of this, flanking this, we have patience and planning. We have positive movement forward. And the Three of Cups, rejoice and celebration. So, getting this far in this relationship, I think it talks about the hard work that maybe both of you are putting into shaping this relationship into something that is really not only positive, but it's rooted in emotional patience for one another. It's making plans together that you can be completely on board with, totally, one-to-one, face-to-face. And here we are with a reason to celebrate after baby step number 4. Looks like we're getting there. When we get to baby step number 5, it's all about love. We have the Queen of Cups. She talks about the nurturing, the love, the embrace, the warm embrace, that loving motherly embrace, even between two lovers. Having a motherly embrace, it makes your lover feel safe and secure and wanted and loved. And they know that if they have a weak moment, they can go to you in that weak moment and receive the nurturing that they really want in this life. Now, over here with the Lenormand, we have the home, we have the fox, and we have the abundance. Now, in the middle here with the fox, this is somebody who's that's not completely trustworthy. So, as you get to the state of love, where you finally openly embraced it for the whole world to see, when the world sees it, someone in this situation is not going to be happy about it. And they may try to come in between these two people. But the fish talk about abundance. So this is going to be a good, promising home, full of abundance, but there may be a situation coming up with someone who might just be jealous, or it may be someone's ex stepping in to try to intervene with this couple's happiness. And let's see what we have over here in the John Holland deck. Okay, so we have movement and changes forward. Deception and envy, that's this person, just like I said. And then we have movement and spiritual prosperity. So we've got a prosperous relationship here. Things between these two people are really moving along great. Decisions are being made, firm choices around stability, home, finances. It's all very positively coming together. But right in the middle, on both sides, we have this sign of a deception or a deceiver. But there's someone in the mix. Someone on the Empress's side and someone on the Emperor's side. I think we've got a square going here, guys. We'll take a look at that situation at the next reading. That'll be part 5. We're going to talk about the square situation because the Empress has someone on her side that will be hideously jealous of the situation. And the Emperor also has the same situation going on his side. It should be a pretty interesting situation for the manifestors in my life. Look for that to come up maybe tomorrow if I can get to it. Otherwise, it'll come up early next week. We'll get to that. I want to get to that one soon, and we will. Now, if you want to take a closer look at something you're manifesting, reach out to me at my website. It's the Weebly link down below. Go ahead, give me a holler, and I will personally get back to you. I prefer to do it that way. We'll get to be email friends, and we'll get that process going. And you, my friend, will get a reading for yourself. Just reach out to me either through my website or through my Weebly page. Now, over on Vimeo, we're building a library. Right now, we've got some great videos going over there. They are of a time constraint, so watch those dates. But the price is definitely reasonable, and if you want to go ahead and watch some of those for the 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, a lot of them based on energy. The energy videos are going to be a little bit more expensive because some of them get very large, very detailed, and take a considerably large amount of time. But those videos, we're going to let those just go ahead, ride time out, because those videos are good for whenever you're ready to watch them. If you want to watch them in 5 years, the energy will still be appropriate to watch those videos. But that's at my Vimeo link. If you want to go check it out, I'll leave the link down below for that too. Manifestors, friends, we're coming up to the end of the year. We just passed Thanksgiving, and again, if you haven't heard me say it a million times, I am thankful to you, my friends. I wouldn't be able to do this. This is a dream career, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my lovely friends here on YouTube. So, guys, again, take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone that you love. And peace.